Router firmware backdooring is a significant cybersecurity threat where attackers maliciously modify a router's firmware to gain unauthorized, persistent control over the device and the entire network it serves, allowing them to bypass normal authentication procedures. Routers act as crucial gateways between the internet and your local network, making them prime targets for compromise since they serve as a single point for accessing all connected devices and sensitive data. Attackers exploit vulnerabilities in router firmware to inject malicious code, creating a backdoor that bypasses normal authentication procedures and provides ongoing access. This can occur through weak passwords, unpatched security flaws, vulnerabilities in new services added to routers, or even intentionally planted backdoors by rogue insiders or manufacturers. The injected code allows them to execute arbitrary commands, install malicious software, and intercept network traffic, often by manipulating the firmware update process to serve malicious updates when users attempt to patch their devices. These router firmware backdoors are notoriously difficult to detect for several reasons, making them a persistent and stealthy threat to network security. Many users neglect to change default router credentials, leaving devices vulnerable to brute force attacks that can easily guess common logins. Routers often lack robust security monitoring or antivirus software, and most users are unaware of the risks or how to properly check for compromises in their devices. Backdoors can be disguised as system files or hidden using rootkits, making them incredibly hard to spot even for vigilant users, as firmware updates can also be manipulated to install them. Fortunately, several security measures can protect against router firmware backdooring and enhance your network's resilience against such persistent threats. Regularly update router firmware to patch known vulnerabilities and enable automatic updates if available, ensuring your device stays protected from exploitive flaws. Always verify the authenticity of firmware updates to avoid installing malicious versions that could introduce backdoors during what seems like a routine security patch. Change default usernames and passwords to strong, unique passphrase to prevent unauthorized access and brute force attempts on your router. Implement guest networks to isolate untrusted devices and IoT devices from your primary network, limiting the spread of potential compromises. Disable unnecessary features like UPnP, WPS, and remote management to reduce the attack surface and minimize vulnerabilities exposed to attackers. Regularly monitor network activity for suspicious traffic or unrecognized devices, and consider using intrusion detection systems along with proper firewall configurations. Choose routers from reputable vendors with a history of providing timely security updates and strong encryption protocols like WPA3 to safeguard wireless traffic. Router firmware backdooring is a serious threat that can compromise entire networks, but it is preventable through awareness and proactive security practices. By understanding these attacks and implementing appropriate security measures like secure updates and network segmentation, you can significantly reduce your risk and maintain a secure network environment.